This is the Roulette Master, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe by hitting the red subscribe button in the lower right hand corner. Also ring that bell for notifications because I have new content releasing every single day of the week at 9 a.m. Before I start today's video, I want to talk about my trip to the casino last night. And I was using the unicorn strategy, and for those of you that haven't seen it, you can just go back a couple videos and watch it. But it has a stage 1 and stage 2. And it was working really well with the live dealer at the table. And I started thinking about some of my previous videos about how automated or video roulette was rigged. So I thought I would just stop, take a break, and go try video roulette and see what would happen. Because I figured if it was rigged, that this would be the perfect time to expose it, because with the unicorn you have a bunch of small bets followed by very large bets to recoup your money, and this is what happened. So I was up a couple $100 again with the live dealer at the table, and went over to play video roulette and try it out. And for those of you that aren't familiar with it, stage 1 is that you're going to bet, let me start with $10 bets like I did last night here, and you start with 10 on the first and second 12, and if you lose you go into stage 2, which is 6 units or $60 each on the second 12. And I'll show you that here for a second before I explain what happened. So you would bet that again until you did get a loss or a third 12. Okay, we have another win there. So this is how it was going with the live dealer last night. I was doing really well. Every time I went to stage 2, which we're going to go to right now, so when you hit third 12, you go from a 10 on first 12, 10 on second 12 to 6 units on second and 6 units on third, and then you put 2 units on these 2 corners, and you recover the money that you lost from stage 1. Let's see if that happens here. And it did. And that's how it was going with the live dealer last night, really well. And then again, I started thinking about how a lot of you have said that video roulette or automated roulette is rigged. So I was thinking this is the perfect time to test it out. So I went over there, I put my normal bets just like stage 1, and I started getting a few wins, and I was up a little bit. And then the first time that I hit third 12, I did my normal increase to $60, and then I put my normal 2 units on 2 of the 4 corners, and guess what? The first time that I did it on the video roulette, it hit one of the few numbers that bust you. So I think it hit the 7 first. I put those back up there again, and then I went and I tried to recover, made a few off of stage 1, and then made it to stage 2 again, and guess what? Then the 3 hit. So then I'd lost 2 at $160 each for a $320 loss, and I go, well, this is crazy. But I still had some winnings from earlier, but I was down for the night, so I figured let's keep going, and got a few more wins on stage 1 again, and then I got to stage 2 for the 3rd straight time, and I hit the 6, and I lost the first 3 at stage 2 on video roulette. So more evidence that it is rigged, and there probably is some kind of an algorithm that that hurts you on that. Now I'm not saying that that it's all rigged online, because they do have live dealers online, but when it comes to video and automated, I've always noticed that I do much better with the live dealer. And but yeah, that's my story from last night, was that the first 3 times I got to stage 2, they all busted at 160 each. Then I went back to the live dealer and got back to even before I had to go for the night. So kind of ruined my winnings for the night, but I thought I'd make a great video for today just to prove to you that, at least from my experience last night, what are the odds that the first 3 times you'd get to stage 2 that you'd lose all 3 of them when you have 32 of the numbers. And also wanted to talk to you tonight about how stage 2 is actually just Romanovsky. So you could also just play stage 2, just like with the bets from the unicorn. And if you decide to do that as your only bet when you're on the live dealer table, that's fine. You just have to try to walk out before you bust like we did just there. So then you can see we went to minus 110 because of that. But I think there's definitely something good to Romanovsky. And let's just see if we play all Romanovsky. Oh, sorry, let me get that back to $20. Let's see how we do. So let's see if we can recoup that money that we're down. Okay, so we're just going to keep rebetting on this strategy. And of course, if you're playing Romanovsky, you can move it around as well. All that matters is that you have 2 12s covered, and that you have the 2 corners covered there, and in similar units. So if you didn't want to spend this much, you could just use some math skills, and if you took the 20s over on the corners and dropped those to 10s, you would drop the second and third 12 to $30 each. Or you could use any amount that you want, as long as you have similar. So as long as you use the math and make it work. So we won again, and as you can see, we're getting close to already getting back to even again. So I just wanted to also let people know that the stage 2 is just Romanovsky, and you can make a lot of money doing that as well. As you can see, we're already getting close. But I would not advise doing this on video or automated roulette. But we see them, we did just bust again. So that's the thing you need to understand about it, is that when you do play this, if you're going to play just Romanovsky, that you try to walk when you get up a good amount. And I'm not saying that you can't get your money back, because I definitely think you can. So let's try to do that. Just depends on your bankroll and how much you're willing to risk. As always, I would never risk any money that you had to have to pay your bills or anything like that, because you can always lose in roulette. But it is a good strategy, and as you can see, we were up there for a little while. We could have cashed out, and now let's see if we can get back in the positive, even though we did bust. But I'm also looking forward to your guys' comments about video and automated roulette, because I'm sure you've seen something similar, because I win way more with a dealer than on automated, and video roulette seems just as bad. And I was talking to Joe Dash the other day, the creator of those last couple systems that we've had, and he also thought that there was some kind of an algorithm for video and automated roulette that made you lose when the bets got larger. And that's what I saw last night. So let me know what you guys think about that. But you can see we're already getting close to being back in the positive again. So now we're down 30. So if you have a large enough bankroll, you can use this strategy and climb back in. But obviously the best way is when you start and you get ahead and you just cash out. And if we win this one, we'll be back in the positive again. But also let me know if you've had a lot of experiences like I did last night. I was kind of just doing it to test that out, because again, I was thinking, what a better way to expose some inaccuracy or some illegitimacy in the system than a system that starts out really small, but every time you try to recover your money, the bets get large. It basically showed that there's something in that algorithm that seems to make you want to lose. And if you disagree, let me know down in the comments as well. But the thing that worries me about those is the actual casino card that you get, you put in there just like it's a slot machine. That's another reason that I get concerned when playing automated or video roulette, is that it's like a slot machine. It takes a card and it seems like to me that it is rigged. So see, we're already back. Even though we lost 160, we're already up 90 now. So you can definitely just play this system, and when you get up, cash out. Romanovsky is a great way, but I also wanted to just let people know that that's what stage 2 was of the unicorn, is just Romanovsky, and that's how he recovers and then starts over. And again, the unicorn was working great for me with the live dealer. Just doesn't seem to work on video or automated, and that's one thing Joe Dash actually told me. I just wanted to test it out for myself. Was he didn't believe that that you could use that system on automated, or he didn't even think you could use it online unless you had a live dealer, because he actually thinks the online stuff is rigged as well. I'm not sure about that. I don't have enough data for that, but it would be hard for them to rig the online live dealer. So basically what I'm saying is play with a dealer, whether it's online or at a casino. Play with a dealer where you can actually see what they're doing. See, there we finally busted again, and we were up a decent amount. We could have cashed out with a lot of money, but we're still up even after we busted there. So when you're playing Romanovsky, you just have to get a feel for when it's time to go, and how much you're happy being up with. But I've definitely played this a lot at the casino and made money. So I definitely think it's a tool in your toolkit. And you can see we're already back up 70 again. But again, don't risk what you can't lose, and pick starting amounts that that make sense for your budget, because you can always lose. Even with a live dealer, there's a chance you could lose 2 out of 5 or something and be down $320. As you can see, we just lost again. So again, we should have cashed it out when we were up. So you can't be greedy with this system. When you get up, you need to cash back out, take a break, come back, get ahead, cash out, and looking forward to seeing what you guys think of this method, which is just stage 2 of the unicorn. And again, I want to thank Joe and Barnes. They're 2 guys that came up with those strategies. I want to thank them for sending their stuff in. And we're almost back up again. So, like I said, this is it just cycles between losing and winning. And you just have to cash out when you're ahead. We're already back up ahead again. And I think we've busted 3 times now, and we're still ahead. Okay. Now we're up 50. Okay, now we're up 70. Now we're up 90. And then we busted again. So, again, I should have cashed out. Got a little too greedy and tried to get a bunch more back out. But if you get down a lot and then you get back up $90, just cash out, and unless you have a really large bankroll and it doesn't matter and you just want to keep going until you get up a lot, that's fine too. It's just different for every person depending on what your risk level is. And but But the main thing for me is just making sure that I win every day, whether it's small or large, and that's never going to happen all the time. We're all going to lose at times and have days where we lose, but if you leave when you're up and don't try to win a lot, you have a much better chance of doing that. Well, we're already back up again. So that's the great thing about this. You can recover fast, and that's why that Romanovsky is considered a popular system. And also, if you guys have another modification or something to add to Romanovsky, like what Joe Dashes and Barnes have done, let me know. There might be another, I'm sure there is another system that's out there that is part Romanovsky. So now we're up 70. So you can see how this cycles. It just cycles between being up and being down. And you just have to decide when enough is enough. Okay, we're up 90 now. Let's try to get one more. All right, we got it. So we're up 110. Let's cash out. Let me know down in the comments what you think of Romanovsky. Also, let me know what you think of rigged, automated, or video roulette. And tell me if you've had experiences like I've had, and would love to hear about it. Also, send in your systems. If you have one, I would love to showcase them on the channel. This is the Roulette Master, and have a great day.